Hey everybody, this is Howard, and this is Otter's Retirement Corner. So, why does the US government give Social Security payments to illegal aliens? Eh, the quick answer is they don't. And for all of those of you who believe it, I'm sorry, but it doesn't happen. It's the second biggest myth about Social Security, right after the government steals from Social Security. Um, and we also see the line, and I don't know where this originated, but, why is the Biden administration giving $2,200 a month to illegal aliens? So, those are the two out there I see most often. And what invariably happens is, on YouTube, there's many people talking about Social Security, about the Social Security Trust Fund that, is due to go down to zero in 9, 10 years, whenever that is, and talking about solutions. And invariably you'll get comments, a lot of comments about, well, why did they give it to illegal immigrants or illegal aliens is usually the quote you'll get. If we didn't give that money away to illegals, the trust fund would be fine. And the fact is, it doesn't go to anybody who's not eligible for retirement or disability benefits. And the disability is a little harder to get. You have to prove a disability and be eligible and have paid into the system. For Social Security retirement benefits, generally you have to have at least 10 years of paying in taxes from working, and they take your highest 35 years of earnings to figure out your benefit. There are some people who receive benefits without paying in, and those are the spouses of deceased beneficiaries. They'll earn a benefit based off their husband's or wife's earning and tax payment history. So after that, it's a myth. Nobody is getting payments who didn't pay in. It just doesn't happen. There's no program for it. And in fact, there's no program to give, no federal program to give any aid to illegally entered immigrants. All right, now there are some programs, particularly SSI, Supplementary Security Income, to legal immigrants in this country. Now that doesn't come from Social Security program, all right? The Social Security Administration runs that program, but it doesn't come from the trust funds for retirement and disability. So, refugees, people granted asylum may receive cash assistance for their initial settlement. Again, far less than $2,200 or $2,200 a month. And, it doesn't come from Social Security. That's totally a myth. So, why does this happen? Why do we hear this? And I've narrowed it down to 4 reasons. And, the first one, like with most of them, is political. There's a certain faction that doesn't like immigration, and there's a certain faction that wants to demonize immigrants. Most recently, what we've been hearing from some very high-ranking politicians, and I'm not going to argue the border issue. That's not what this is about. This is about Social Security. So let's leave that aside. Whatever your beliefs are or my beliefs are about the border. So, we have politicians right now saying if we continue to let in, like we're letting people in, if we continue to do that, it'll bankrupt Social Security. It won't make a difference. You can let in 10 million a day, and it won't make a difference to Social Security because Social Security funds are not used for anything to do with immigration. It just doesn't happen. So politics is one side, and the next two, I'm sorry to say, exist, but it's racism. People of different colors come in. It's bigotry. People from other countries, name your country. It's racism and bigotry. And the last one is ignorance. And I don't know that I can assign a percentage to each one. From what I see, ignorance plays a big role in it. People believe a lot of what they read. People want to believe this. People want this to be true because of their hatred of people from other countries. So what percentage is what? I don't know. There's people who know it's not true that perpetuate the myth, but there are a lot of people, and I see the comments every day, who believe it. And, if you said to me, we're taking Social Security trust fund money and giving it to people across the border illegally, it sounds wrong to me. It just doesn't sound like something you would do. I mean, it doesn't make it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. So when I see something like that, I do some research. I go look it up. I read different comments. I read different articles. I read fact-checking sites, and you find out overwhelmingly, the articles you'll see is it's not true. When I tell you something, if you don't believe it, look it up. Don't blindly believe what everybody on the internet tells you. If it sounds ridiculous, if it sounds absurd, look it up. I'm not saying there aren't things that go on that are ridiculous and absurd, but, does it pass the common sense test? Does it pass what makes sense to you? Don't let your biases get in the way, okay? The Social Security Trust Fund, if nothing is done, will run out of money in 9 to 10 years, but it's totally due to demographics. It has nothing to do with aliens, illegal or otherwise. It has nothing to do with immigration. It has nothing to do with anybody taking money out of that fund. The simple fact is there's too many people retiring as a ratio to the number of people paying taxes into the system. So let's put that myth aside. And I will mention this, there is a program called Social Security Totalization Agreement. And what that is, and sometimes people get this confused, what that is, it's a program that allows people from other countries, I think there's 30 of them, mostly in Europe, where we will give them credit towards Social Security, combining their work as they work in this country, combined with their work in other countries. And those countries have reciprocal agreements with us so that our people who work in their countries get credits for their social programs, and they get payments from both countries or multiple countries. So sometimes people confuse that. That's okay. This is a system. When I first heard about it, I looked it up. Did it sound like it was possible? Yeah. The claims I saw about it were ridiculous. Hey, someone just has to work here 2 years and they get full benefits from us, and then go back to their own country. We send money over there. It doesn't work that way. So anyway, Social Security Trust Fund is not used for anything else. Nothing else except Social Security benefits to people who legally qualify for them. All right? Let me know your comments about this topic. Let me know what you hear. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you heard that may not be true. Let's talk about these. You may have heard other things that I haven't heard yet that we need to talk about. Please like my videos. Please subscribe and comments. Let's have some comments about this. Again, this isn't political about immigration. It's about the toll, whether it's true or not, on Social Security and how it affects those of us who are retired and are going to be retired and are collecting Social Security benefits or are going to be collecting Social Security benefits. So hey, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later, and we'll see you.